One of the most popular questions for traders that decide to trade in the demo is, how do I know when I'm ready? In this video, we're going to discuss some of the things that you want to ensure that you've done before starting a funding challenge or trading a live account. I have to be 100% honest with you. Based on research and some of the videos that I've discussed before, only 3 to 5% of retail traders are successful because of the lack of structure, the lack of discipline, the lack of mentorship, and the lack of technology that you need to be successful. There's another study that says about 50% of hedge fund traders that go into a firm are successful. This is a much higher rate because of the structure, because of the mentorship, the coaching that they get on the desk. And one of the most important things is the demo. They are not allowed to leave the demo until they demonstrate certain skills, which isn't the case for many retail traders. So I have to be real with you. The new prop firms that have evolved and a lot of the unregulated brokers, their aim is to make money from failure. That's a fact. Anyone in the industry that has been in the industry long enough knows it. And throughout history, I've read a lot of books that talk about this. Throughout history, stocks, investing were glamorized so that beginners with the hope of making money would come and invest their money and lose their money. So a lot of these prop firms, their main business model is to make money from failure. That's a fact. It's 100% a fact. So you have to ensure that you are actually prepared to trade. So in this video, we're going to discuss my recommendations for you to ensure that you're ready to take a live challenge or to start trading live. Let's get into the video. So let's get into it. Now, as I mentioned, the prop firms that are on the internet, FTMO, MFF, The Funded Trader, Top Tier Trader, their main business model is to make money from failed challenges. That's just the reality. Now, we have a problem as traders. Most of us are undercapitalized. So we have the choice of going to a prop firm like SMB Capital, Kirshner Trading Group, or others that bring you in, train you, and you trade their real capital. Or we can go to an FTMO, an MFF, The Funded Trader, Leveled Up Society, or the like, where there's a lot more flexibility with those. The barrier to entry is not as high, but we lack a lot of the structure, systems, mentorship, benefits that come with going with an established prop firm where you have to go in and trade from the desk, or you can trade remotely, but you have people that are watching you, managing your risk, and you have to apply and be granted entry, right? So since we are independent traders, most of us, and we don't have a lot of those systems, I recommend that we follow their footsteps as closely as possible. So before you go live or take a challenge, here are a few things that I recommend. Number one, having a playbook with proven edge with at least 3 to 4 setups. Okay. Number two, having at least 8 months to a year of positive net returns using that playbook in the demo, right? You're not negative, you're not break even, you're consistently making money in the demo. If you can't make money in the demo, then you won't make money live. Some people say, well, I'm bored in the demo, or I won't treat it with discipline. You won't do the same. If you can't do it in the demo, if you can't discipline yourself to gain the skill, learn the skill in the demo, you will not do it in live. It's a fallacy. In the prop firms, when you go in, they don't mind you being on the demo for months. They encourage you to get to go on to the demo, practice your playbooks that have edge in the demo first, so that you won't suffer trauma from blowing an account, trauma from taking losses. If you're in the demo and money is not at risk, then you can dedicate yourself to the skill. If you're always worrying about money while taking trades, you never give yourself the time it takes to gain the confidence in your playbook because you hesitate too much. So if you take hesitation out of the way because of the money, then you'll just execute. You'll try things. You'll mess up. You'll make mistakes. You'll do your daily report card. You'll find out what you're good at. This is what you should be doing for at least 8 months to a year when you have this playbook. Many people won't do it, but please, if you do this, trust me, you'll perform a lot better when it comes to the challenges and in your live account, because this is all about process and skill development. And that's what you'll get in the demo without the pressure and the thought of losing money. The fear of losing money will cause you not to follow your playbook. Another thing is you should have built a routine of following a trading plan. When you have that daily report card, inside of the daily report card, you have somewhat of a plan that you will be doing every day. So you need to have a routine that you've been doing in the demo and that has been relatively successful for you. Number 4, I would recommend that you have built a routine completing the daily report card. So that means you had one goal that's related to process, related to skill, that's not related to P&L. And you're carrying out that you're every day trying to get better every single day. That's what you're doing. Every single day, what you're dedicated to is trying to get better. That's all you're doing. Every single day, you're trying to get better. That's all you're doing, right? So what I have to ask, and what you may ask is, okay, what about the time, right? If you go demo for 8 months to a year, you would have built up statistics over time. You would have learned what you trade well, what you don't. And you may say 8 months to a year is a long time, but I have to ask you, are you in this for the long run or the short run? Most people are in it for the short run, right? So they want to hurry up and try to make some money. So they think that they need to hurry up and get into the live. And what happens is they end up going break even or negative for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. So the short run ends up becoming the long run for them. But if you're in this for the long run, if you're in it for the long game, then you should just be looking at improvement every day. If you dedicate yourself to mastery, if you dedicate yourself to improvement every day, and you're not trying to rush, then the money will come. It's weird, right? If you think you need to focus on the money, the money won't come because you're rushing. But when you stop focusing on the money and focusing on the process and the skill, then the money comes. Trust me, this happened to me, okay? And then before you take on a large challenge, okay, I recommend that you pass the free trial at least 2 to 3 times, okay? Pass the free trial. That will give you confidence. Now think about it. If you can't pass the free trial, what are you afraid of failing the free trial? If you can't pass the free trial, then how will you pass the live challenge? Okay. So if you can't pass the free trial, then there may be some other work you need to do, right? We need to talk. We need to figure out what else you need to focus on. Are you almost hitting the target, but not hitting the target quite, right? Are you in the free trial, you have to make 5%. Are you making 3%? Are you making 4%, right? If you're in positive, we may need to up your risk, right? Are you negative? Just not even close to the target. Are you going break even, right? So I would recommend you take the free trial and record your screen, record yourself, okay? Once you pass the free trial, maybe 2 to 3 times, take the 5K MFF challenge. And this is relatively cheap depending on where you live. $49, right? Buy 2 of them. Okay. Spend $100 instead of blowing $100 like a lot of you have blown $100. You've blown a 500. You've blown 1,000, right? Take that 100, buy 2 MFF 5K accounts. What this will do for your psychology is it will help you. Number 1, you spent a small amount of money for a potentially large return, a significantly larger return. If you make 5% on a 5K challenge, that's $250, right? You spent $50K to get that. If you make 10% on that account, that's $500, right? You spent you spent $50 to get that, right? That's a 10x return. But what it'll do is it's small amounts, right? So you're easing your way into the challenge, okay? So if you get 2 of them, then you won't have the, number one, it's small. So you won't have the pressure of spending all of your money on a big challenge and it's all or nothing. Because if you get into the all or nothing mindset, it'll be hard for you to pass the challenge. Secondly, since you have 2 of them, you have some relief, you have some security, because you can say, okay, I'm gonna follow my process no matter what. If I lose the account, my first one, I lose it. I follow my process. So you'll record those trades, you do your daily report card, and no matter what, you're gonna execute and follow the process. If you come up short, worst case, okay, you either pass it, you come up short and have to do the free repeat, right? Or you fail it because you went negative. If you pass, boom, great job. If you have to do the free repeat, that's fine, right? That's okay. You have data now, you have stats. If you fail because you were negative, that's okay. You have data, you have stats, you have another turn. So what you'll do is you'll take from that first round, you'll take the recordings, you'll take the daily report cards, and you'll find out what you need to tweak in order to approach the challenge again. So now you have another challenge in your back pocket. And this time you can either go back to the free trial, go back to the demo. If you failed it, you can go back to the free trial, take that, get some exercise, get some practice, and then go back in. And then if you pass the 5K MFF challenge, you can then get a payout. Let yourself feel what it's like to get a withdrawal. You can get a payout and then take the larger challenge. You can use the payout from the 5K MFF challenge and purchase the larger challenge. Or if you pass the 5K MFF, you may just say, hey, you know what? I'm ready. I want to do a 50K challenge, or I want to do a 200K challenge. Whatever account challenge that you do, I would say you need to have enough money to buy 4 or 5 of them where it doesn't hurt you. Once you start buying larger accounts and it's the only money you have, let's say you buy a 200K account, you spent what, $1,000 on a 200K account or $1,300 on 300K MFF account, and that's steep for you, you don't have any money left, then it's gonna cause you to be in fear. It's gonna cause you to have a all or nothing mentality, and it's gonna hurt you. So please, please, please take my advice. Trust me, take it slower. Focus on the skill, focus on mastery. The money will follow. Leave your comments and questions in the section below. Place your homework in the Discord. See you in the next video.